Aries, to your beginning of the month of August reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's get straight into this and see exactly what's going on with you. Whatever doesn't resonate, just throw away. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, you can always check out your moon or rising sign readings. Okay, this reading is, though, for sun, moon, and rising. So if you have Aries in any of those areas in your chart, this reading is for you. Okay, let's do this. Aries. The energy that I'm looking for at this time is what you are thinking and feeling for the beginning of August. And one more. Oh, there it is. I think that's right. It looks a little big still, huh? There we go. You have the Knight of Cups coming up. Very nice. Could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. Otherwise, don't have to be. It could just be the energy that you're taking on, or you may even have water in your chart. Okay. Looks like you might be either offering something, maybe cups of love to somebody, or expecting cups of love from someone, or expecting something. Let's see what you're expecting. Clarify on the Knight of Cups for me, please. Clarify on the Knight of Cups for me, please. Material, spiritual prosperity popping out. All right. Very nice. So, with the material, spiritual prosperity card popping up to clarify for the Knight of Cups, it looks like you may be expecting looks like a pay raise or money, a promotion, working towards that. Okay. This card not only clarifies for the Knight of Cups, but it's going to also clarify for the whole entire reading. So this material, spiritual prosperity will be used throughout the whole reading. That is the way it is made. So let's go straight into the situation of the present, near past, and the near future to figure out how did you get into this way of thinking and what's going on in your energy. Okay. Present is conflict and defeat upside down, getting out of that energy, that situation with accelerated motion coming up. Nice. In the near past, you had, near past for me, please. There it is. Solar plexus chakra upside down. I can't have, is what you were telling yourself. I can't do something. I can't have something. Solar plexus chakra is not open at that time, telling yourself that you cannot have things. Okay. And in the near future, we have love begins. Nice. And foundations and achievements. Nice. So going straight from what it looks like kind of a negative energy straight into a very positive energy. So, because yes, telling yourself you can't have something or that you can't do something or you can't is a negative energy. So, and then of course you're getting past some kind of conflict and defeat over here, which is also a negative. So, nice. But like I said, you're going straight into this positive energy. And right now it feels like you are expecting something and you're waiting for something, and it feels very positive. So in the near past, you got into this energy because you felt that you can't do something, have something. Figure this out. Just 1 second. Clarify on the solar plexus upside down, please. Why is their solar plexus closed down? Because of the death card. Some kind of calamity, some kind of disaster happened. So this way of thinking, feeling what's going on around you made you believe that you can't have something because you had a loss. I also believe that it also put you in this transition area of a way of thinking. Fighting and then offering yourself, expecting. There's that expecting again. It just feels like a different kind of expecting. Working hard, offering. Almost like with the Page of Pentacles, a lot of times it's like a peace offering in its own way. Also offering money. Could be money, especially since we have the material spiritual prosperity over here of you waiting for something, waiting for some kind of promotion. 9 of Wands. Yeah. It almost feels like you felt like you couldn't have something because of this loss. This loss is what transitioned you into the energy of believing you couldn't have something, so you were like fighting against, but it feels like you were fighting against it. They're like telling you, you cannot, with the Page of Pentacles, you cannot have this promotion, or you cannot have this offering, and you really want this offering. And with the Knight of Wands over here, it just feels like something dramatic happened to where you believed this wasn't going to happen. This was not going to happen. You have the Knight of Wands. It's like you're licking your wounds and you're saying, well, you know, I lose. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work now. Okay. It could be giving you some kind of even mental ailment, you know, lots of stress, migraines. Could even be messing with your physical health as well. And it's just because you're trying to expect different results. It's almost like you're doing the same thing over and over again, looking for different results, expecting different results, but you're still doing the same thing over and over. And it's just a loss. It's like battling to get somewhere, maybe like I said, a promotion, to do something, whatever it is that you want, and you're telling yourself, I can't have this. But it feels to me that the only reason it's a loss is because, like I said, you're doing the same thing over and over. You have not changed. Okay, guys, when you keep doing the same thing over and over and keep expecting different results, it's not going to happen, right? You have to do something that's going to be different to change the outcome. So it just feels like you keep planting these seeds the same way and they keep failing, but you're expecting a better outcome. So even if you planted more, right? Let's say that you're at work and you keep selling this many cars, or you keep doing this and you keep doing that, but it's still the same but there's no outcome that's different. So whatever you're doing, you might be putting more energy and time into the same thing with the same outcome. That's not going to work. I mean, even that works in, even in a relationship, that's not going to work, right? So even if it was relationship based for you guys, if you keep doing the same thing over and over with your partner and you realize that the outcome is negative and it's failed, you need to do something different. This is really where the problem comes. Hermit. So you keep having this failed outcome, you know it, and you're like, I just can't do this. But look, I'm fighting so hard to get this outcome, and it's not working. You need to change it up. It needs to change up. Excuse me. You need to change up. So it looks like you're going into hermit mode. Okay, we have Scorpio and Virgo on the table. You could be dealing with one of those signs, or you could have that in your chart as well. For those of you who do have Virgo in your chart, then you're going to know how to go into that hermit mode real fast, real quick, and you're going to try to solve this situation. For others of you, it's just really going into that deep meditative stage, really looking for the light, trying to figure out why this outcome keeps ending up the same. And I just told you though, right now, it's because you keep doing the same routine over and over and over again. And even if you're exhausting more energy into the same area, putting in more hours, it's still the same routine and it's not doing anything. You're just getting tired. Okay. And yeah, look at that, the Emperor, and you're getting pissy. Right? And you're getting pissy. I'm tired and pissy. So I'm going inside because I'm tired and pissy and I don't understand why this keeps happening. Okay? It's like, don't you see I'm putting in more hours? I'm fighting so hard for this and it's going nowhere except for exhausting me. So it's making you feel like this whole situation is inflexible. You're going into hermit mode to take back kind of a control where you have felt like you have lost control. We know that you have lost it because of the death card. Okay, so you're taking this very, very seriously. Okay, now you're like so serious about this. And it might even make you a little cold to other people because you're like, hey, I'm doing something right now. Okay, so you get this kind of hardened, inflexible, cold, serious attitude towards life, towards this experience of this thing you're doing, okay? And it's because you're really trying your hardest to do whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's make money, get this relationship going. If it's a family matter, you know that it's unequal in your family life, and you're trying to find the balance. You're trying to keep the discipline. You're trying to keep the confusion away. You have resentment. You're having this hard feeling because it's almost like I am trying to take back this control of what's lost, but every time we get together we fight and we're just losing. It's like a losing battle. And I'm telling you, it's because you're doing the same thing over and over again. You need to cycle out of that. We do have these problems where we get stuck in a circle, and even though sometimes we fight harder and put more energy into something, if that routine does not change, you're going to have the same outcome all the time, you guys. Okay? A lot of people do this. Been there, done that myself. Okay, so this is why you're getting over here with this Knight of Cups. Because why? Because you're expecting this outcome to change. You're expecting a different offer coming at you, right? It's kind of like, I expect this to do this because I've gone into hermit mode in the near past. I've got serious about what's going on. I'm trying to get rid of the conflict and defeat. I'm trying to defeat this. So because I'm working so hard at doing this, I'm expecting a different outcome. Yeah, you look at that. You're working hard. 8 of Pentacles. I'm more focused where I need to be. But my problem is, are you still focused in the same area? Because you're battling over here. Page of Wands in reverse. Trying to get out the conflict and defeat, trying to get to where you want to be, having this expectation, taking this, being the superiority over this, and that's what this is, right? Really taking, but it's like a cold, hard stance towards it. The problem is that with the Page of Wands upside down, it's still inconsistent. But it's almost like you're so focused still on the same thing from the near past. Do your best to do what you need to do, and you're really putting in those rules. You're really trying to apply rules. You're trying to really rein in everything around you. But that's not because of that cold and seriousness from the near past. You're really trying to do these things. You might even be sending mixed messages. If this is family, be careful, because you could be sending mixed messages to your family members, because now they keep thinking, okay, they want so much control now that it's almost like you're making it even more stagnant. You're so over-focused, now you're making, you're kind of alienating yourself away from the whole, either from your family, from your loved ones, from the whole purpose. because now you're so overly focused to get to what you want to have. It just feels like you're burning yourself out. Even in the present, you're burning yourself out. I'm just going to say it. With the Page of Wands upside down, you're burning yourself out because you're just so focused on getting past this. Yeah, you're so over it that you're not going to make it because you're still going in that circle. You haven't changed the circle pattern. You may have went inside and got more, power over it, more thinking and more power and more doing so, more serious, but it's still the same circle. For the accelerated motion over here, it's like the Star card. Is the Star card and the Chariot together. It's like you wanting this star to move. You're starry-eyed about getting to your material, spiritual prosperity. You want this promotion, you want this bonus, you want this car, you want this whatever it is, and you're wishing upon a star and you're waiting for it to keep moving. But whatever you're doing is the same thing. You may have went in and changed it a little bit, but in the end, it's all the same. It's not really changed a whole lot. In the end, it just ends up cycling the same cycle. Accelerated motion with the Eight of Wands. You're going in, you're like, I want this Ten of Pentacles, but your achievements are not being met. And you know they're not being met. And you can't figure it out. Why? Do you see the battle? Do you see the struggle? Do you see the conflict and defeat that I'm trying to do to get to where I want to be? I'm aiming high. I'm dreaming. I'm working hard. I'm doing everything. Seven of Pentacles upside down. Yeah, you're just keep replanting the same seeds. You need to plant different seeds. You need to rework it again. Get out your piece of paper, however it is, and refigure that again. Because the now we have inflexible again. Why are we so inflexible to this, you guys? The reason is because you believe that whatever you're doing, even though you changed it a little bit from here to there, you're still very inflexible about how the situation's really going to work. If you want something, you need to save more money, right? And maybe you're like, well, I, went from saving this much money to this much money, but it's still just not enough. If your partner is not helping you with this situation and not adding, we're just going to say money to the savings, and you're only trying to do it by yourself and they're not helping, it's not going to help because that's the same thing. You're like, they never help. However it is, you're delegating and you're relying on the same thing. For some reason, you have this thing down. It's like for some of you calculated and reworked money, and in the end, it ended up exactly almost the same, just a little bit, maybe more, because you just changed the process of how you did it, but it didn't change the outcome. So you're being very stubborn, Aries, and very inflexible with this situation. Imbalance. It's imbalance. So your checkbook is still not the same way you want it to be. Like I said, that paper, you could change it a million times, but in the outcome, it's still going the same way. Your checks and balances are the same. You want what you want, and you're waiting for this gift to come in. You're waiting for whatever you're doing. You're just going in a circle. Misinformation. You have to be self-honest with yourself and tell yourself, if I want this accelerated motion, something has to change. I have to stop being so inflexible about what I'm doing. I have to look at it differently. I have to make a different decision. I need to figure out how not to make this the same. Something needs to change. You're ignoring the obvious signs of what is going on. You have to regroup, recalculate. Like I said, if it's a love relationship, you're avoiding the confrontation instead of getting to the roots of the problem. So therefore, you keep continuing to fight about the same things. It's just really holding this idea that you're going to fix this, but you really have not really dug deep enough to change the process. So even, you know, right now you're trying to ask yourself, like, why isn't it working? That's why. And you're going to tell me, well, you know, or you tell yourself or tell whoever, you know, but I changed it. You changed the way you calculated it. You didn't really change it. Love begins. So love begins over here. Now in the near future, King of Swords. You're having different communication. If it's with this person and you're like, we're going to get this together, you're communicating now about what you love, how you're going to do this. Computing, you know, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini and telling them this is the way it's going to have to work, because over here is not working. We need to work on what love begins, whatever that material is, whatever maybe you're saving money for. We need to look at that Seven of Cups. Maybe we need to look at different options of how things need to be done. If not, it's just you communicating with yourself, trying to make a different outcome for yourself, looking at the other options of how to do something to get to, yeah, your Wheel of Fortune. There it is, making better cycles. I'm telling you, this is just a cycle. You're just going from one perspective to doing exactly the same thing again. All you did was change the plan up a little bit. That ended up right back to where it begins. So now your cycles can change. Now you're telling yourself, okay, I see the other options of things that I can do, and I'm going to make these cycles change. It's no longer going to go in the same cycle. Then I will get to that material, spiritual prosperity. Then I will be able to get to whatever it is that I want. I'm expecting it to happen, but it's not going to happen. There needs to be a completion to what you're doing so that you can make a new beginning, and using that intuition of the King of Swords. Getting logical into your thoughts with your intuition, saying, yes, I have the leadership and willpower to do something, but I have to first understand what I'm doing wrong. So really getting in there with your options and the understandings with the Seven of Cups of other ways of doing this without completely having it to do everything the same over and over again. So you're going to get in there and you're going to change that whole routine so that you can get to where you need to be. Six of Pentacles. Yes, the things that I love, I need to get to them. With the Six of Pentacles, I'm going to offer myself new cycles. I'm going to offer myself some new ideas. New ways of doing this. Not being so inflexible. Actually getting deep down within myself to understand what I'm doing. Having the reform. It's like reforming everything. Taking advantage of positions and utilizing your experiences from a positive reform. Okay, doing reorganization, reorganizing your whole plan, really getting in there. Okay, really getting in there. This way you have balanced solutions to this outcome. Yep, Star card, look at that. Yes, because now you can see clear. You're going to have the clarity to understand where you messed it up, where it kept going into a circle, where it never kept moving. It was like it didn't move here, but maybe it moved a little bit over here, but then it ended up in the same outcome. How? I went inside, I did everything. No, you went inside to rework something to go exactly the same way in the end. Now you're getting the clarity to say, oh my, it's sitting underneath the Wheel of Fortune, telling you, you have the clarity now to understand where your cycles are going wrong so that you can make new cycles for yourself. Reorganizing your ideas. How do we know it's ideas? Because it's sitting on top of the Seven of Cups. Okay? So this is the communication with yourself, higher self, your partner, whoever it is, okay, to make them understand this is, oh man, this is what went wrong. Really getting in there to really think about it from a different perspective. You have to see it from a different perspective. You're going to see that with the King of Swords. Different perspective. You have to. Because over here, you're so closed down that it's like my way or the highway, and this is the only way it can be done. That is not the way it is. It cannot only be done that way, because obviously that's not working. So you have the foundations and the achievements. You're looking for your foundations and your achievements. You're saying, okay, so I'm getting to what I love. I'm getting to what I want. Now here comes that material, spiritual prosperity. You know, this is what I want. This is what I want to have. Okay, the Moon card in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. It's going to be a a slow moving process with the Moon over here. And the Moon is telling you in reverse, look, see what's going on? Do you see? Do you see the frustration that you put yourself into? Try not to keep yourself over emotional because it is moving slow. Keep yourself with faith and keep yourself starry-eyed about this decision, because seriousness, okay, your emotions are going to start kind of running high because it is moving slow, but it's okay. Don't let the frustration, bring you down. Just keep moving. It's only moving slow because it's new, right? It's new. So it's a new, at least though, moving slow, at least has its, potentials, right? It does have potentials. So you have the Nine of Pentacles upside down. Okay, that's that materialism, right? That's that material. What are you looking for? Material, spiritual, prosperity. So what is it telling you? It's moving slow towards your materialism, whatever it is that you want. Okay? Be careful though. Is it moving slow because your new plan is save this much money, but I'm still excessively spending money on something else? You need to clench a little bit tighter. Okay, and also be careful too. The reason I'm really thinking this for the majority of you, the real answer is you're getting over emotional. It's not moving fast because you're looking for instant gratification. It's not going to work like that. You put in all the work in the near future to get to where you want, but you're looking for the instant gratification of this material thing that you're doing. Okay, and that's just not going to happen. Instant gratification is not going to happen. It's because it's moving slow. So if you're looking for this thing to just take off like a rocket, it's not going to. Okay. You have the Three of Wands on your foundations. It's time consuming. Things take time. Don't let your impatience, Aries, okay, because fire signs are usually very impatient people. They have a, that is a part of your sign. Right? So yes, don't feel, don't feel like the changes that you've made are not worthwhile. Okay? Because this card is pretty much telling you, you hope for better, more productive things going on. You're waiting for it to go super fast. Okay, you're clinging. Don't try to cling and go backwards. Don't say because this didn't happen right away, I'm going to now move backwards, back to that, old habit of where I was before, because I think, that's what you're going to tell yourself, I think maybe this one, even though it was a complete failure, was working better than this one because this one at least was moving faster. Do not cling back to those old habits looking for fast growth. Okay, because you can't make progress if you stay in the past energy, because that past energy is just cycles upon cycles upon cycles of, stuff that's not getting you anywhere. This one is going to be slower moving because it's actually doing something for you. It's actually getting to where you need to be. Okay? But this is telling you, be careful. Be careful that because you don't see the progress that you want, that you might go back to the old way of doing something. Okay, because it's just going to get you stuck if you go back there. Okay, because the way you're going now, yeah, past, stuck in the past. See that? Do not go back. You're going to get stuck in the past behavior. Yeah, this one has perfect timing, the Temperance, King of Cups with the 10 of Cups. Therefore, there you go. It's all going to take a perfect timing. Okay, it's all going to have its own perfect timing, and it has to move at its own moderational speed because you're doing a different cycle. Okay, so with the King of Cups coming in, you will feel more emotionally balanced when it starts taking off. Okay, clarify on the King of Cups. Clarify on the King of Cups for me, please. Strength. Okay, having the strength and courage. It's going to give you more strength and courage to understand that it is going where you need it to be. Clarify on the next card for me, please. With the 10 of Cups, it's going to give you more achievements in the end. It's just going to be, like it says, perfect timing at moderation. Clarify on the 10 of Cups for me, please. Empress. Oh, well, it's going to bring you the prosperity that you need. Definitely. It just looks, it's very time-based. Take control. Take control of what you need with the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is bringing the Four of Wands. Wow. Okay. So the Four of Pentacles is bringing the Four of Wands. Now, what is this over here? Foundations and achievements through manifestation, taking the action, and going after what you're passionate for. Right? And having your achievements come in. So yeah, it's just going to be moderate movement, but you really need to get in there and start thinking about a different solution besides the same old routine that you keep going through. Okay, so let's get some clarifying cards from the angels for you and see what's going on there. Got your ready. Wow, that just like fell right out. I didn't even get to shuffle yet and that just fell out. So I'll just take it. Like, wow. Okay, you're ready. You're going to have a peaceful resolution with this. You just need to find the peace within yourself to make those new cycles for yourself. Yes, and you need to be more assertive with yourself when you're doing this new cycling. So that way you don't end up back in past habits. Yeah, 4 big happy changes, and that's pretty much what the material spiritual prosperity card is the big happy changes. That's getting those promotions, getting those bills done, getting whatever it is that you're looking for. You know, if you're looking to buy a car, a house, maybe you're trying to buy a house, you know, trying to save money for a house or something, you know, however it is, saving money for whatever. It feels very materialistic, this reading. It doesn't really feel a whole lot like love. It could be for some of you. If it is love, I would have to say that, you know, it looks like you would be cycling through the same kind of people, and you need to walk outside of that box and find somebody that's a little different from yourself. Don't always go for, you know, the same kind of person. The only thing I could think on that. Okay. So yeah, within the next few months, this will all start really coming together in your near future. Okay. And that's what I have for you guys. And until next time, my friends, peace and love. Bye-bye.